So the judge agreed that he broke the rules and he agreed that it could have tainted the jury, but the punishment only is that he has to reimburse the defense's cost for filing the complaint. That's it. What we do on this channel, we back everything up with receipts. We come correct. We call out the scams, the shams, and the no thank you ma'ams. That's how we roll around this BZ. Facts over feelings, receipts over narratives, lobbying kills. Should be illegal. Follow the money, baby. Follow the money, baby. The sanction that the defense asked for, which the sanction would be to remove the death penalty, it was denied. And instead, the man has to just pay for their filing fee. So let that sit. Sit with that. Sit with that. Let that sink in. The court found that a prosecutor in a capital murder case went on national television and created a substantial likelihood of prejudicing the jury. And the consequence is that he covers the other side's paperwork. How much could it be to file that? What, $8? $80? It's not 800, I guarantee you that. Judge Tony Graff basically had two questions in front of him. Essentially, the first one was, did the prosecutor break the gag order? And then the second one is, if he did, do you punish him by taking the death penalty off the table? We'll take them one at a time because the answer to the first one is yes. So he did have found him contempt of court. So we can take that and, well, basically the judge found, what's his name is Christopher Ballard, which is the prosecutor, person who's going after Tyler Robinson, the lead prosecutor or one of the prosecutors, in civil contempt. Essentially, that's not me saying that they crossed a line. Like, we all knew that they crossed the line. When we're saying, what is this issue with contempt? Well, essentially, they're saying that he went out on a media tour. Chris Ballard is in contempt of court. And this is actually, that's what happened. They found him in contempt. I didn't show you, did I? Here, let me see. This guy right here. Utah prosecutor now in contempt. You see here, Utah prosecutor held in contempt for media comments in Charlie Kirk's murder case. Utah judge ruled Friday that a prosecutor in the murder case against Tyler Robinson, the man accused of assassinating conservative activist Charlie Kirk, violated a pretrial publicity order by speaking to the media about the case and will be held in contempt of court. But Judge Tony Graff declined to sanction the Utah County Attorney's Office by removing the death penalty option in the case. Guess what they did? So instead of going and holding him in contempt, removing the death penalty, because this is the thing, if they are going to go out in public and on a media tour and break a lawful gag order that the judge said, you cannot speak about this case, and all of you cannot speak about this case, and then you go on international news, national and international news and social media, and you go on around and you're prosecuting in the court of public opinion, and a juror who's going to be sitting in on the case to decide has been filled with their head for 9 months through media, through Megyn Kelly, through Christopher Ballard, through fucking Mark Levin, to Laura Loomer, to everybody that they see on the news, all the Fox people, all the CNN and the CNBC and the garbage fake media, then I think that's when you're going to see the biggest issues. We have undoubtedly, we have evidence here. We could find clips of him talking about it. Christopher Ballard is the prosecutor. He goes on the main stage where everybody is going to get fed information, and he's going to go out and publicly say, we are going to, like, he's guilty. Like, he's just guilty. We haven't had a trial. I'm the prosecutor, but he's guilty. Guilty, and there's nothing anybody could say about it. Now, it's kind of a messed up thing to do if you're the prosecutor and you were just put on a gag order and you go out and you do it anyways. So what's the penalty? Do you know what the penalty is? The penalty is nothing. The penalty is nothing. There's no penalty. And I'll tell you what, like, if the judge found, like, imagine the judge finds Christopher Ballard, the prosecutor, in civil contempt. Okay. Then, so he was basically, he goes to TMZ and USA Today, and he goes on Fox and all of this stuff. Like if we go look at TMZ 9 months ago, prosecutor and it's just flooded with prosecutor and contempt. I keeps trying to look for it, but he went on TMZ, Fox News, CNBC, whatever, USA Today, and the judge ruled today that those comments basically carried substantial likelihood of materially prejudicing the case. Because when they prejudice the case, what happens? Well, everybody else is like, oh, in my opinion, that looks strange. Like, he's guilty. Everyone's going to say he's guilty. He's guilty. He's guilty. If you're spewing it out on the airwaves, which is my opinion, the whole and purpose of why they were going out on the airwaves in the first place, that's what the whole thing was, is to make him look guilty in the court of public opinion. And if the prosecutor is out, like, they shouldn't be doing that. They're dismantling the favoritism of the Constitution. And if the Constitution isn't held by the person who's charging you, then it's a corrupt system. Now, the judge did not punish him. And well, they didn't punish him for everything, really. Ballard also went out and explained because the judge is like, well, you kind of helped in some ways, like the way they're trying to spin it. Essentially, the judge didn't punish him because Ballard went out and explained the ATF ballistics reports, that the judge said that part was fine and he was correcting the record. He ruled that prosecutors are allowed to correct the record when a defense filing sparks misleading headlines, but he was found in contempt for misleading headlines by just spewing garbage narratives out. It's kind of ridiculous. Imagine it's you. Imagine you're the defendant in this case, charged, not convicted, but charged. And whatever the case may be for you and what you know, you're charged. And the state's attorney goes on TMZ. And not only that, Phil Lyman goes on TMZ, shows you some version of you apparently, and tells millions of people that you're guilty beyond a reasonable doubt before a hearing, before you've had any hearing. And when the judge agrees that was wrong, he says, you shouldn't have done that, so you're going to have to pay for the fees of them filing to get this. Like, how would you feel? How would you feel? It's like you're guilty before you've had a hearing is what everyone thinks. And everyone thinks you're a monster now. And inside, you're probably just like, this is so fucked up. I'd be broken inside. I will tell you guys, I would be broken. I would be so devastated. I wouldn't even know what to say.